Okay. It's been a little bit. But we're back to playing Arna. Where were we? We did a big old trip down to Manshire, and we're on our way back to Orsbrook. We have to finish off doing a handful of little quests there. What did we finish? Straw. Okay. Don't think we want to grab anything else unless there was something hidden in here. No. Okay, well, let's head back to town like we were planning on doing. It's going to be a bit of a shorter episode today. Planned to start streaming earlier, but then I had to go talk to someone at my bank because I bought my new computer today, but I needed to talk to my bank to get them to increase the daily spending limit so I could actually buy it, because the computer was much more expensive than what I could spend in a day. So I'm looking forward to that. Probably next week we'll have that. So my content might be a little bit different quality-wise, because obviously when I move all of my current hardware over onto being connected to that, it might change certain things like sound quality coming through the mic and yada yada, and maybe obviously there'll be a little bit of visual fidelity upgrade because it's a much better PC. But it shouldn't change too terribly much when it comes to the Stone Shard and my Pokemon Auto Chess content, as those games don't require too much graphic-wise. But I was doing the Pal World playthrough, and I was having problems running it on high graphics, and even on low graphics I was getting a lot of chugging when there were a lot of assets on screen, especially when we were loading into highly populated areas with lots of pals and syndicate members all fighting and such. It was really causing problems where when I would turn my mouse it would like jerk around quite a bit. And there was that one time where I fought the Dire Howls, and yeah, it really slowed down. I had to pretty much rely on my pal to defeat them all. But that shouldn't be a problem anymore. As well as, I don't know what other features it has. It has like higher speed of things transferring around on the hard drives or something. I don't know. I was not entirely sure what all the specs were on it, but it'll definitely be a huge upgrade from what I currently have. So, what do we need? We need food. We need... Did we finished the dungeon, right? I think we moved on to doing the other dungeons. I don't know if we finished the bandit camp. We got this, which is awesome. Okay, we got lentils, but we don't have anything else. I do need to make another splint. We got some minor upgrades when we went to the other town because we bought this helmet. And then we also got up a tier in the axes department. So we have some new axe skills. We looted these things. Medical supplies. Don't need this on us. Food. Did we repair that? Yes, we did. Okay. So I need another splint, which we can make. Do we have the recipe for rope? I'm not sure. Okay, so we haven't done this. Did we do the first? We haven't done the first dungeon. Jeez, we have not done much. Okay, we've just been doing map. Sorry, it's been a while since I did the last episode. I can't recall exactly what it was that we were doing. We were mostly doing exploration, right? That was what we were doing. We went up, explored here. We went over here. We finished all the noob quests. We didn't even touch the mill yet, so we haven't got that done. And then we did some exploration down here. We got the hermit's hut. We traversed most of this. I think we... There's the dungeon that we died in over here, like the little mini dungeon. So I think we're gonna hit the fort first. So we're gonna go do the fort, do the bandit lair. This is the most annoying part of the game, because until you get the caravan... Do you need any help? Underground workshop. Yes. Until you get the caravan, it's really hard to store items, and there's a lot of stuff you get in this early town loot-wise. Because I think you're guaranteed to get a sack of grain from completing the Oaken Brewery quests. At least I believe I've gotten that almost every single time I've done it. Do I have the recipe for rope? Does not look like it. Okay. So I'm gonna have to find rope. But we should be able to find some rope inside of the dungeon. We're just gonna have to be fairly careful. We'll hold off on going to the mill for a moment. I maybe should have saved in town, because we may die here. I don't think we will, though, because we're... What did we get point-wise? Axes, two-handed axes. So the whole reason we wanted was to get to go to the other town was I was looking for the treaties book. Then I realized once we got there that the guy in the manor house doesn't have weapon treaties, I think. So, but then we ended up finding a guy, I think, was it either was the blacksmith or it was the wood, I think they're called cobblers. No, cobbler, is it cobbler? I'd have to look that up. I think it's a cobbler that works with wood. The old-timey woodworking name for the profession. Drop the lid for my drink. Let's see here. Yeah, so I think we learned two-handed axe from the cobbler. I can't remember. It was either that or the blacksmith. But that's what we needed. So we were able to pick up all 3 of the talents in the first tree. We got 2 attacks and a passive. And we are fairly close to hitting a lot of the talents in the next tree. And I think that's why I'm holding on to this ability point at the moment. Because in 2 more levels, we will be unlocking, if we keep putting points into strength, which we are probably most definitely doing. Yes, I'm probably going to go up to 20 strength. So we'll just keep putting points into strength. In 2 more levels, we'll unlock 3 of these. So 2 plus 1 is 3, and we get this one, and this one. And then on the next level, we will be able to get Fatal Strike. And then significantly sometime later, we will get the ones at the bottom of the tree. But we might diversify and put some points into after we get all these talents, we'll probably go into Arbor Combatant. Maybe get some of the heavy armor stuff down here. Maybe we'll start doing some warfare stuff. Going down the battle cry route, maybe. Or the offensive tactics. Yeah. I think that's all we need to do. What's up? Pull you in. Okay. So I just have to be a little bit careful going into this dungeon. As we do not want to step on any traps. Because splint-wise, we are low. So we cannot afford to take any crippling injuries. So I am going to be very careful about I'm just doing a little bit of kiting to get my cooldowns back up. And to kind of reposition so that we're taking these guys on one-on-one. So we take as little body damage as we can. Because we also don't have a whole lot of medical supplies either. Gonna need a ladle for one of the caravan upgrades. Carrot. I heard the sound of spotting a trap. Oh, it's right here. Oh, that could have been dangerous. Is this the armory in here? It is. Well, let's see if they have anything cool. Two-handed mace. Is there any special recipes? No. No armor. Pretty barren armory. What are you guys not stockpiling stuff? Okay. Broken shield. Let's check this. Really? All you guys had was a broken mace in here. Well, loot-wise, that was a pretty lame armory. Okay. Here's one of the side rooms. Hopefully they have a let's eat salad. Hopefully they have a kitchen inside of the dungeon. Usually they have one inside of the bandit lairs. And this looks like the kitchen. And I stepped on a trap. That was the one thing I needed to not do. Okay. I'll search for traps. Okay, those sells for a decent amount. I'm gonna do this to reduce pain and kind of give us some time to heal off our injury. Okay, pain as well. We'll fill our water flask back up. Butter. Interesting. I think that's the first time I found an additive inside of a container before. Okay, let's make some kind of salad, I guess. Green salad. Diet moral. Health regeneration. Hunger. Let's make it green salad. Cabbage. Onion. Vegetable. We can do that. Split stack. Cabbage. Onion. Carrots last longer than this, right? We'll just use double the cabbage then. And we can add the butter to it. Buttery green salad. Perfect. Now if we find another onion or, what is it, leek, then we can make another one. And we might as well eat this now. Actually, yeah, we just need a onion. Because I forgot we also have the lentils on us. Okay, so... No! I knew that was there too! Pooh. Why did you path onto that? I hate that. Why won't you pour this on yourself? There we go. How did I also get bled at the same time? Okay. I don't know what to do about that. Because now we don't have a splint. We damaged the same leg. We don't have any rope. And now my pain is like super high. Is there any rope out here? No. Oh, there's some rope over here, okay. Okay. Well, we can make a splint. I'm gonna be in pain soon, yep. That's fine. We have a... We have a herbal thingy that helps reduce pain. Let me just get my... Oh no. It's starting to heal itself already. Oh well, I guess that's alright. Just means we can't use the splint right now, but if we get another injury, then we can. Let's use this to reduce our pain. What does this do? Move resist, so that means I can get moved around easier. Dodge chance is lowered, which is bad. Critical avoidance is lowered, which is bad. Lower energy is not terrible because we don't spam things, but whatever. Pain limit is plus 25. Swimming cost is 2. Okay, I guess we can kind of fight with this damaged leg. But it's kind of healing nicely anyways. Unfortunately, that's done terrible damage to our morale. So... I'll have to do something about that. We can fill up on water because there were plenty of water barrels sitting around. Alright. Okay, we're almost healed. There we go. Wow. That would be awesome if I... Okay, we don't want to move. Because then he'll do that to us. we don't want these arrows. I don't know why I was picking them up. Guess I'm just used to doing that from playing my previous character, which was an archer. Okay, we have to be a little bit careful. So let's kite back a little bit. We do love our positive states because Aaron gets a bonus to them. Good room, good room. Okay, I got archer and sword dude. Oops. That was an accident. Okay, we're a little body part damaged. Lots of lentils in this dungeon. Nails. Blacksmith tongs sell for a decent amount. And they sell for an alright amount. Okay, this is the boss room. So let's be a little careful. Okay. Pretty heavily damaged. We got a herbal asterisk, so that's good for getting rid of our pain. Still need to find a onion. Don't think there's any traps in the boss room, but never be too careful. There's the onion. Do we healing salve? I think we do. I would not want to stay low on my body part damage. Alright, what's in the chest? Interesting. Yeah, we can sell that. I would pick that up if we were planning on using magic, but we are not. This is a decent magic thing, but we're not going magic, so unfortunately that isn't a amazing pickup. Do I want to make room for this? I don't think so. We will leave the candle. We will leave the candlestick. Okay, don't path over that. More rope. I do want that. Okay, we can make some food. Okay. Are we done exploring? No, we need to go down in that corner. Okay. Oh, hello there. I'm having a hard time grabbing people with that ability. Fang pendant. I think ours is a little bit better. This will still sell for a while. Let's drop the nails, I guess. Pick up the fang pendant. Make sure there's no traps about. Onion. I will eat a couple of these lentils, I think. Okay, let's. Oops. Good thing we spotted. Oh, geez, we somehow made it past a bunch of traps without triggering them. That's good. I'm gonna have to be very careful on the way back, though, not to step on any of those. Let's go to the kitchen and make some more salad. So we got the vegetable salad, and we got green salad. We got cabbage for the green salad. So we can make this, merge that. So we no longer have the cabbage, so we can make vegetable salad. That requires a carrot, a onion, and a vegetable. And we can make a backup one because we have a garlic. How's our hunger looking? 4. Let's eat the green salad. And then we will make carrot, onion. Oh, we don't have another because I ate the lentils. Okay. Was there a vegetable I didn't pick up? I think there's a berries on the ground, but I think I may have looted all of the vegetables. Which is fine. We will just use these for some other dish, I guess, later on. Okay. Carefully move through the dungeon. We're coming back up here to grab the rope. And we could also grab this blacksmithing hammer, right? Don't think it sells for much because it's considered a weapon. And the vendors don't buy weapons for a terrible amount of money. Especially if they're damaged, then they don't buy them at all. But in the early game, every little bit of money is good if you can get it. Okay. Do I bring one of these buckets back with me? Don't have room for it. I could eat cheese and then make room for it. Sure. Let's take the one that's on the ground. So I think that one might respawn. Yeah, it's this weird function where normally you can't spawn enemies on this map, but if you touch the road, I think there's an ambush chance linked with roads. Scripted. Because normally enemies can't spawn on this map. But I guess if you're touching even like 1 or 2 off of the road, it's just programmed into the game that way. I guess we won't be taking... Well, I can just eat the cheese. Okay, we could just path by the mill to get the extra XP. I just have to remember that I have not gotten the quest and I have not picked up the recipe here. So that's still stuff that we can do later. Yeah, we are quite fatigued. Don't think that's a huge issue since we're a melee build, and I think fatigue cripples casters a lot more than it cripples... Well, it does give you a fumble chance. I think it does cripple casters a little bit more than it does melee users, but the fumble chance is definitely a crippling negative effect for melee. And the cooldown reduction can be, depending on if you're more of a spammy melee user or not, but we're a two-handed user, so the cooldown thing is not too big of an issue. So let's use the inn to get our fatigue down. I think it's daytime now. Yeah. Sleep till noon. Okay, our fatigue is gone. Good. Okay. So, we have a handful of things we can sell, as well as the quest that we can turn in. No, I don't want pieces. Let's sell the blacksmith hammer to you. Let's do the blacksmith tongs to you too. Sure, why not? Let's repair our metal equipment. We're not using any of this. But that's fine. Okay. Sell off all of the valuables to you. I want to hold on to that for the blacksmith in the next town. Okay. Doing good there. We'll go hit the other vendors up, but first we will go hand in this quest. Pick up the next one. No, we don't want dungeons. We want first task is done. I'm on it. The fate of the brewery. Is the necklace like showing on my character? No, that's the yeah, that's the I was wondering what that yellow bit was. I thought maybe that was the pendant hanging off of my character, but it's not. It's the clasp that's holding my cloak in place. It's just, it kind of looked like it from here, the way that the character holds the polearm. kind of looked like the necklace. But that's just the chest piece plus the clasp. Or I don't even know if this thing has a clasp. That looks like it. It's so pixelated, I don't know. That could just be like a piece of rope. Because I used to own a cloak in real life. They are really good for keeping you dry in the rainy season. We will repair. I don't think I repaired my wooden stuff, but I don't know if I have anything made of wood. That's made of wood, but it's fine. Okay. I don't think we have any upgrades. This could be an upgrade, right? Oh, we could get the boots as well. But I think we want to splurge and get right into the metal boots. Because we're just wanting to go heavy armor, even though it doesn't look like we will go immediately into heavy armor, because I don't think the other town has heavy armor immediately. They just have medium armor until you get higher reputation and higher levels to kind of change the equipment that they have available to them. I have 2 purses. Yeah, medical supplies, we are fine. We could use another herbal extract, but I will hold off on that for... Well, no. We might as well stock up. We're going to be hitting to more dungeons anyways. And we want to grab a bunch of them before we head on to the next town anyways, because the next town does not have a vendor that sells them. We should pick up some bandages because we had that problem with that bleed earlier. I will also grab a herbal extract just to deal with pain. Yes. Just for reference, if you leave town, in my opinion, I mean, you can have your own opinion, I think it's always worth having 2 splints, about 4 herbal extracts at least, 6 if you're wanting to be on the more safe side. You can get like 2 herbal extracts and 2 bandages. I think that like covers basically the basis of everything. The only thing that you're missing is something to deal with intoxication, but that shouldn't be a problem unless you step on the gas traps or you get bit by a snake. Those are like pretty much the only times I think that you really deal with poison in the game. As well as like some of the medicines cause intoxication, as well as liquor increases intoxication, but that's fine because you should only be drinking liquor if you're wanting to get your situational morale up. Let's dump off this stuff in the inn so it's not clogging up my inventory. Because the bigger problem is we're almost out of room in our inventory here, chest-wise. And as I said, we're probably going to be getting the bird feed. I should save. We're probably beginning the grain or whatever, and I'm going to want to hold on to that for the caravan upgrade. Well, let's do a full day's rest while we still have access to the inn. Okay. We can eat this. And then I believe if we go here, we can grab... We just need a random vegetable, I think. Which is the cheapest one? the lentils. Onion. Onion and garlic are the cheapest. What's cabbage? 14. 14 divided by 3. 9 goes in 4. Goes in 3 times 4. 5. Yeah, it's roughly like 5 gold per. A little, just barely 5 gold under. Well, it's about 5 gold. If you just round up by 1 gold. That is still not as good as an onion. Okay. Let us make another salad. We could make I think the grain salad. How does a grain salad? It's toxic change lower and health restoration, and this one is health restoration, hunger resist. Does this one have more health restoration? Yeah, it does. So the green one's just better buffs, less hunger recovery. The vegetable salad is got more stuff on it and more hunger recovery. I don't know which one's better. They're both good, I think, in their own way. One of them requires cabbage, which is a little bit of a harder thing to get your hands on normally. Okay, so let's go deal with the bandits at the brewery. So I have a kind of deviation. I can either finish off all the low-level dungeons in this zone, which is fine. We can hit this one and this one up. I'm also thinking we're going to want to go and hit up that and finish clearing out this again, because we ended up dying. So we had to go all the way back to that campfire. So what we could do is... Our inventory is going to be full. I don't know if we can do that. We're going to... Well, if I can sell a bunch of stuff to the vendor, then I could do that, I guess. Because we're going to be mining a lot of ores from the dungeon. But we could sell most of it. Okay, we don't have a ranged weapon. I'm looking for a fight. Where are your buddies at? There's one of them. And there's another one. And there's the third one. Come and get some, you foul cretins. Oh, there's another one. Should have probably positioned myself to retreat. But we saved, so we're still in good position, and we're doing fine, and we get a level 2. Nice. Boom. We still are not high enough level yet. We need one more level. 2-handed axes? Yeah, one more level. Copper ring. Purse with money in it. Piece of cloth. Peasant's hatchet, peasant's flail, pleasant hatchet, reinforced club, hold maid sword. I don't want any of those. Okay, it's not that damaged, so we can sell it. do this. Make some room. Okay. We want to pick this open. Perfect. And we can hold on to that. I have no idea. I know that flour... I know that there are some recipes that require flour. I don't know what you do with these. They are an ingredient. I don't know if there is something in the game for these yet. Maybe it's like a late game recipe or something that I've not ran into, but I have not seen a recipe for hops. But maybe you can make your own alcohol, or maybe the creator plans on adding a recipe at some point that allows you to make your own alcohol. I would enjoy that. I want to make my own bread. I don't know if that's in the game yet. I will leave the bucket. That sells for a decent amount. I'm just trying to loot this as much as we can, because once we hand in the quest and I think the day turns over to the next, this becomes part of the town. So looting anything in here, so yeah, these already aren't lootable. Certain things are lootable here, but those are considered stealing. Is this considered stealing? No. Okay. Yeah, that should help with the pain. Almost at the point where the pain's gone. There we go. In Oarsbrook. Nice. We hand in this quest. And then we can also hand in the quest to the town drunk, because this guy gives us a bottle of liquor for doing the brewery quest. And that silver ring will be an upgrade on our bleed resist and max health. Yeah, probably be an upgrade on one of our rings. Yeah, let's just use this. Oh, I can't efficiently use that. Okay. I will be back for those items. Just quickly sell some of the extra stuff to this vendor. No. Sell this. That'll clear up enough room for me to stick what I need in here. Perfect. Now we're running into that issue where I don't really have room. This could be better. Well, I don't know. We will get the identification scroll. We'll have a look-see. Pain resistance. You know what? Sure. Let's do that. Okay, I don't know where we can sell food. Can we sell food to you? No. Can you sell food to the... Maybe you can only sell food if that one event is happening in town. Let's check the events. Do we have any in the town? No. I know you can sell herbs to this guy, so we can get rid of the hops. At least. Okay, I want rope. We might as well get this too. We good for now. Because now the issue is I have to hold on to this and the pot, and I don't have room in... Should sell these recipes before it gets dark. I don't have room in the chest. But we could just go along with the caravan quest. Well, okay, maybe I can make room. I could drop the nails. They're not that important. I could... technically take that with us, though we'd be losing a little bit of resistance. We can move this down here. We don't need the straw, I guess. Okay, so that cleans up a little bit of room. I guess we don't need the flour either. So we sell this stuff off. This stuff's made of leather, so we could take these out, stick these in. That's made of metal, I think, so I could pull that out too. Could I figure this out? Let's bring this leather out. I do technically have room. I just don't have the sideways room. I also could just bring the satchel with us. You know what? Yeah, we'll do something like this. And I'll try to sell off this junk. Let's check the... Let's check this guy real quick. He does not buy food. Okay. Do you buy food? You do. Okay, I will sell you these then. I will sell off the rest of what I can to you. And then I will use this to do some repairs. This is repairing by 8. Yeah. That's fine. 6 repairs you. And we can hold on for a little bit before repairing the boots, because it'll take a little bit of durability. Still need to turn this into a splint. Okay. I'm gonna need to buy some food as well, because we are a wee bit hungry. Guess we can eat this for now. Sell back one of these. I would prefer the other meal, but I don't like plates. I do like these, because I think these are also considered plates, but they're kind of like plate-ish bowls, which allows them to hold all sorts of food. Okay. I think we do Undead Tide, because that is the closer dungeon. Yeah. And also, that one will have the least amount of quote-unquote inventory loot. Which means it'll be easy for me to lug stuff out. As well as I won't be getting a surplus of stuff that I want to hold on to. The big problem will be doing the next dungeon, because we will probably find a bunch of stuff that we want to hold on to. Like the bells, and maybe candles, and maybe a sensor, I think that's what they're called. Because those are all caravan upgrade items. And unfortunately, we do not have the room. But we can make a little bit of room with this herb satchel. Stick some items in there. I was wondering if I went through both of my drinks already, and I was like, I don't think I was drinking that much. Okay, we'll just quickly create a save location here. I'm surprised I didn't go and scout over this way. I think we were too preoccupied with going to the next town, so I guess that's why I didn't go explore in this direction. Because we did explore down here, but I think I was on the way to go over here, and I wanted to hit up this stuff on the way. If I recall, been a couple days since we did our last Stone Shard playthrough. Okay. Got some bandits. Oops. Okay, well, I'll drink out of the river while we're here. And I guess we will eat this to get our hunger back. Unfortunately, I think we're going to get overly hungry. Because I think that the curse that happens while you're in this dungeon... Oh, I actually need sticks for the splint. Almost forgot to do that. We can use this to repair this. Hey, how close are we to the next level? About a 10th, I think. So we shouldn't hit the next level off of this dungeon, I do not think. Perfect. Gonna have to be careful not to step in any traps in this dungeon as well. We do not want that. 8 coins. That could be an upgrade, but we might find another silver ring, which I think will overall just be better. I might be able to get my money back for it when I identify it, though. Probably not a whole lot of money. We can see what the base value of this is. Yeah, I don't think, unless I'm going to use it, I don't think identifying it will be worth it. We'll probably just throw it on the ground if we're not going to use it. That's worth a decent chunk of money. Oh, jeez. Hopefully I don't aggro the boss of the dungeon. We're getting surrounded by zombies. Oh god. That's probably the closest location to kite him back to. There we go. Took some hits on the retreat, but that's fine. At least the guys fighting us aren't super strong. We just didn't want the boss in the open pelting us with magic attacks while we were dealing with all of these. But it looks like we quite handily defeat all of them. Perfect. Bollock stagger. Though those are blue, this actually sells for a decent amount, that's why I picked it up. Luckily it isn't damaged enough that we can actually sell it. So do we want to check out the... We can check out the boss room first. Did I not repair this? I have to be careful. I may have not repaired that between doing the brewery. So I think I opened up one chest. Hey, where did you come from? Okay, that looks to be all the enemies in the dungeon. As the quest completed, and the quest was clear out the dungeon, so... A ruby. That is a pretty good early game find, if I do say so myself. And that's what I was worried about, because that's one of the caravan upgrade items. That's going to be another thing I have to hold on to. We might be able to find room for that in the chest, but I don't know. Okay. Fully clean this out. Technically the ruby is part of a quest item too, but I don't know if I want to hold on to it. It's part of the handing in the bribery missions inside of Bran. I think one guy requires 2 rubies. So we could hold on to it. But I mean, 375 gold, even though I think we're only going to get like 50% of that in value. That's a good chunk of cash early in the game. And I really want to start upgrading my equipment so that we start having heavier armor earlier on, because that's what we need to make this build really come together. Is a good two-handed axe and strong, durable, heavy armor. I'm gonna have to check as well once you get full heavy armor if you're gonna have to take it off when you swim. That's not something... I don't think I've played with heavy armor since they changed how swimming worked. I'm trying to remember if swimming always functioned that way. Because I know that they reworked the fatigue and energy system a little bit. I think that's when they changed how swimming worked. Okay, we're not even halfway yet, so we won't... Don't think we'll get a level off of this low-level zone. Unless we go over here and do this, and then go up and do this. Which we could do. And I'm debating doing that because that would be a huge chunk of money. Big problem is if the vendor doesn't reset, then we might be in some trouble. Because we're going to sell this ruby and all these other valuable things, which is going to be taking a lot of the vendor's coins out of his purse. I guess I could sell the valuables to other vendors in town, as most vendors will take valuables regardless because they're just valuables. I mean, why wouldn't you? Exchanging a ruby for payment is pretty much as good as coins in old medieval societies. As long as it has net worth that's easily trackable, why wouldn't you accept it? I want to rent a room. Let's buy this. I'll wait till tomorrow to eat it. What's the 2 days? Okay, good enough. Okay, do we have room for this candle? We do if we move the cloth. Perfect. I don't need to put anything else in there. No. Yeah. Rest until the morrow. I am now hungry. Let's eat the bread bowl. I need to remember to fill this up. Okay. We can also identify the ring because technically it's an upgrade for a little bit until we can find another silver ring. Or the other the bronze ring. We could want the bronze wing. Alright. Sell you this. This. We want to keep that. This. We need an identification scroll. Bleed resistance. And not the best enchant, but not the worst one either. We can sell this. Okay. Won't need the cloth unless we're planning on wearing a cape. Sell you and you. I think this is technically better than the thing we're wearing. Except the thing we're wearing has XP gain on it. But he's got the better boots now. We could grab those. He's also got the better wrist. Thingies. Does he have a better two-handed axe? No. Okay, I think we upgrade our boots and our... We got money. We can upgrade our boots and our wrists. To just be a little bit more defensible. Do we want these ones or these ones? These ones have lower dodge chance. Energy restoration and energy, but have slashing instead of crushing, higher bleed resistance by 5, but not move resistance. I think the recruiter's boots are better, so let's buy those ones, and then we will get these splint bracers. Because I'd rather have them instead of the blacksmith mitts, because the blacksmith mitts have a fumble chance. So we're going to have slightly less energy now. But that is perfectly fine. Because we were pretty much not planning on spamming our skills, more just using one big strike to hammer down our opponents. Need to remember to repair that. Okay, good. We'll eventually... I think I've said this a couple times now. We'll eventually get the crossbow to stick on our back. But I think we'll wait until we get one to drop, so we don't have to spend the money on it. So we'll wait until a tier 2 crossbow drops, and then we will put one on our back. And hopefully we can get one with an enchant on it. Sell these off. And we'll sell these off because we're not wearing cloth anymore. Besides the cape. But it's easy to repair the cape. Doesn't cost a whole lot of money. I can't remember what was in my inventory. I don't know if I can stick this in the chest. Did we use any of our supplies? No, not really. Okay, we need to fill up our water pouch. And then I will also save. Now here's the kind of divergence that we have. We can either go do the last dungeon so that we can leave this town and actually continue on with getting the caravan. We could do that right now, but I think I want to finish off at least doing all of the... Oh, we still need to hand in the quests, so that's another big chunk of money. We could do the last one and then be going with the starting zone and go down to the capital and then backtrack back here to start doing that. Or we can go over here, finish clearing this out real quick, do this little mini dungeon, and then come back and then go up there, which will get us closer to our level, get us to level 7 by the time that we head on to do the caravan thing, which I think I will do, since I don't have a whole lot of time today to continue streaming. Only have about half an hour before I have to head on to my day job. So I think we will just hand in the quest and then go do that little mini dungeon. I didn't check the chest. Oh, we repped up too, which is nice. I think we already had the wider selection, but that's fine. Yeah, his inventory hasn't changed. I'm going to quickly check our chest, as well as save again. Just, yeah, we don't really have room. Is this stuff made of leather? I don't know. I think it's made of metal. Can we check? Okay. I know that that's made of leather. We could hold on to this, because eventually I will use this to repair something. Probably the belt. Now we're in the weird spot where we just have this one. But it's fine. Pretty much everything we're going to find in this next dungeon we can sell. And if worst comes to worst, we can drop our cape and just put on the herbal satchel to get a little extra room. And if we want a whole lot of extra room, we can just drop the cape entirely, which will free up 6 more slots. As this cape doesn't sell for a whole lot anyways, and we'll eventually be upgrading to a different cape at some point. Okay, so I think we head back to that bandit camp, save there, so that we can do the quick little fill in the map scoochy-roo on the corner there, exploring the woods and just filling in the map there. And then there should be a nice, clean, easy dungeon, because we pretty much were able to clean it out at lower level. Oh, we got the XP for rediscovering it. That's good, because that gives us another big chunk of XP to get to the next level. It's neat that you can discover it twice. I think because when the bandits are there, they're on a separate layer. That's kind of neat though. Little game bug engine wise. Don't tell the creators. You need all the early game advantage you can get. Big chunk of early game XP is important. But at least I know that for when I play the elf, because he gets bonuses for discovering things for the first time. I think that would allow him to trigger his thing twice. Okay. If I recall, that was a moose trail. But we will rediscover it nonetheless. Okay. Pretty sure that's as far as you can go to the corner of the map. So we will scoot back up this way. Is this the question mark square? Yes. Just making sure. We got plenty of deer on the map. Okay, it's a deer trail. That makes sense why there's so many deer. Okay, I think the top of the map is going to be the mountain. I do not want to fight you. No, 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 no. Okay. Now we just have to go over one. And I got 20 more minutes to get this dungeon done. I think we could easily clear this dungeon in 20 minutes. Okay, there's rope if we want it. Pickaxe on the ground, good. Hopefully we didn't get the dungeon respawning so bandits weren't in it. Okay, we got bandits. That's good. Okay. One thing I don't particularly enjoy about these dungeons is that the walls kind of clip rather low, so you kind of hide behind them. But that also means that the trap, if a trap spawns in that wall region, it'll be incredibly difficult to see. Finding a lot of rope on the ground. And I think we've only found the one ore vent so far. This one, copper. Copper is the least expensive of the veins to find, so hopefully we find a silver vein. Nothing down here. We might be having a bit of a bust. Hopefully the boss room has some decent loot in it. Still not finding any vents. Pretty bare bones. Looks like they've mined out most of it. Okay. Again, iron vent down here. That isn't terrible. What do we got in here? We got a chest. And some food. Okay. Some money. Did we check this? Drumstick. Not terrible item to get. We are going to be getting a bit peckish by the end of the dungeon. Okay, I think this should be the boss room, yep. We will kite him a little bit just to get our cooldowns back. I accidentally stepped the wrong direction, which moved him close to me, so I kind of have to fight him. He has a lot of nuggies on him. Okay, we got another vent in here. That's alright, even though it's copper. We got a pot in here. Long flail. Okay, I guess we're putting this on. Sure. We all out of room now? We most definitely are. Okay, we're gonna want to cook on the fire. We'll roast this. Eat. How much does this restore? 8. Alright, eat. Might have to drop the fur. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to drop the fur regardless, because we need to be able to pick up a pickaxe. Where is the closest pickaxe? There's one. Wonder if, I don't think the pickaxe is considered an axe. Is it? No, it's considered a tool. Okay. Let us mine up the place. So there was one copper vent here. Not gonna be able to carry that back. Well, actually no. That can go in the herbalist pouch, because that fits up in these. Was there another vent over here? No. No, there was not. Okay. So we just have one iron vent over here and then another copper vent in the boss room. And unfortunately, I don't think we're going to have the room for everything. But maybe we will. Actually, we will if we drop the... we're definitely going to have enough room for all of the materials. So long as I drop my mining pick on the ground. Perfect. Drop that on the ground. Pick the wolf hide back up. We will leave the cloak. Just as we planned. And now we run back to town. And make a semi-profitable loot run here. As well as getting a chunk of experience, right? We're pretty close. Well, closer to our next level. I don't think we'll be able... Well, we'll be discovering this for the first time, and there might be some question marks around it that we can also discover. So... yes. We could potentially level off the next dungeon. This brings us a little bit closer. Pear. I'll eat that. Okay, I think we will definitely level off the next dungeon then. So we're gonna get at least 50 XP, if not more, for the discovery of the location. And then we're gonna get about 20 XP per kill in the dungeon. So if we kill like... how many guys would we have to kill? We need to kill like 20 dudes, I think. Plus the discovery. And then maybe an additional discovery, and then we would get the level. I think. I don't think there's 20 dudes in a dungeon, though. But the boss is going to give more XP than the regular units. So there's that at least. And we're probably going to fight more guys on the way there anyway, so that'll add to the count of dudes fought. Because with 20 dudes fought at around 20 XP, that's about 400 XP. And then the location will give about 50. Yeah, if we fight like 20 more dudes and discover the next dungeon, which we have to discover to go into it, we should have our level. And the boss is going to count for at least 2 guys, so it's more like 19 or 18 dudes. Okay, I'm going to need to remember to get food. Whoops, I didn't mean to fill that up. Do I still have the bed for the night? I don't think so, but we can check. No. Fine, extort me for more stuff. Sorry. I'll grab that. Extort me for all my money's worth, I guess. Oh, we're so close to the next day anyways. We'll sleep till 9. Don't think I'm wanting to hold on to any of this stuff. No, we're just selling all of it. Oh, I did check this though. Yeah, we're not holding on to any of that either. Okay. What are you selling? What are you buying? What are you selling? Okay, luckily he had a change in supply. Okay, we'll sell the rest of the stuff to the other vendors. Okay, we could get an upgrade to our axe. Get the militia's poleaxe, which I think I might do. Sure, why not? I'll increase the well, the body part damage goes down, unfortunately. And we like having our body part damage. Yeah, I think we don't upgrade the axe at the moment. Even though the base damage will be much higher. I think we prefer the body part damage. Yeah, I'm gonna sell both of my shields, as I will not be using a shield once I get a crossbow. I won't be using the one-hander either. Sell this. Metal, metal, silver, silver, metal, 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 metal. Okay, we're going to be mostly metal. Eventually we can maybe get a metal belt as well. And we will be mostly all metal except for jewelry. Okay! What are we money-wise? 1,700. Great spot to be in. We'll probably be picking up some food and such, so our money will go down a little bit. But we are going to save it off for the day. I think we did a decent amount of progression, considering this was a bit of a shorter stream. I really tried to push through getting as much as we could done. I'll just put the garlic in here for now. So we were able to finish clearing this part of the map that we didn't get completed in the last episode. We finished doing this dungeon and this dungeon. And that is pretty much what we did, but 3 dungeons include, or 2 dungeons and a mini dungeon plus the brewery, right? In one session. It's pretty good, pretty good. We will. Next episode, we'll probably go and clear along the mountain line, tuck up in here, try to like clear all of this out, exploration-wise, and then hit up Pilgrim's Rest after picking up the quest, and finish off the noob area and probably hit our next level, which will allow us to spend all 3 points into two-handed axe and get the next tier of axe abilities. But anyways, if you watched to the end of the episode, thank you. Have a great day.